Aubrey, how far are you? Second one? Okay. Maggie Purdy, how far are you? Yeah. All right. Nathan Moore, where are you?
Well, I'm on the first one still.
First one? Try 42.
Okay, I'm gonna go because they're.
Still same rules, all your qualification rules. All right, if you're still on number one, move to number two. Then you're just stuck. Rolling the dice. Look at the wise. Oh. All right. Made a new purchase. See if I can try it out here. Got my little shield. So I'm allowed, if I'm up front, socially distance, I can pull this down and try and wear this. See how it works. Let me turn this on. On a scale of 1 to 10, how ridiculous does this look? About an 8? All right. So we'll try this. We'll see how it works a little bit for you. All right, number one, factor that. What's your GCF? Josh, Mark, what's my GCF?
4x squared.
Good, 4x squared. And then that gives me 3x squared plus 10xy minus 8y squared. All right, now the question is that factor again? If it's a trinomial, you've got to think it does. You got to think it does. Now, if you're doing guess and check and you get stuck, that's where the grouping method works. Okay, that's where the grouping method works. Is you're going to multiply 3 times -8, you're going to come up with -24. What two numbers multiply to -24 add together to get 10? If you can come up with those two numbers, you know it works. Okay, you know it works. If you're doing guess and check, 3x and x, and then this has to either so one has to be negative, one has to be positive, so it has to multiply to be 8, 4 and 2, or 1 and 8. And Looks like that'll work. So 3 times 4 is 12, minus 2, x, 12 minus 2 is positive 10. Does that work? Okay, so good. If you're doing grouping, really just ignore that y. Take 3 times negative 8, negative 24. Add to 10, it will be negative 2 and 12. And then I would break this up into 3x squared plus 12xy minus 2xy minus 8y squared. So if you're going to go, the whole route and keep your x and y there, put them in the middle. And then what's my GCF? It's a 3x. And then you're left with x plus 4y. Negative 2 here. Negative 2y, sorry. And then x plus 4y. And so you still have to get the same thing. Okay? All right, number 2. What answer did you get an answer? Let's see, there's probably going to be about several different answers out there. Let's just see a few of them. Emily, what do you got for number 2?
Finish.
Didn't finish? All right, we'll go next to Peyton.
I didn't either.
Didn't finish? All right, Cooper, what do you got?
X to the 6th y over 4.
All right, we got x to the 6th y over 4. Let's see if we got anything else out there. Aaron, you got something else?
Yeah.
What you got?
16x to the 6th y over 3.
Y
Over y to the 3rd.
y to the 3rd? All right, we got something different. Serenity, you got anything different? You got one of these or you got nothing?
I got nothing.
You got nothing? You got something. Aubrey, what you got?
X to the 6th over 4y.
X to the 6th over 4y. Okay. Adam Lippy, what do you got?
I got 4x squared over y to the 7th.
I see problems. All right, we got 5 they're all 4 different answers. All right, let's see, Jacob or Luke in the back. What did you get?
I got nothing.
You got nothing, and then we got nothing. Wait, let me write that down. Sorry, nothing. I got those are easy to grade. I like those. Just nothing. Just boom, minus 10. All right, perfect. Gavin Swope, what do you got?
X to the 6th over 4y to the 5th.
Ooh, another one. Who's your guys' teacher? You need to rethink this. All right, we got any? You got something different?
I got 12x to the 6th over 19y to the 7th.
Holy cow! 1, 2, 3. Something different?
X to the 4th over 4y to the 5th.
X to the 4th over 4y to the 5th. This is all. Anybody got anything then?
I got x to the 6th over 2y to the 7th.
Oh, all right. What you got, Cole?
I got 4x to the 6th over y to the 7th.
These are all unique, huh? Not one is I think one of these is right. I don't know which one though. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anybody agree with any of these up here?
Yeah. I agree with the one that I did.
Okay, anybody that hasn't given an answer agree with anyone up here? Oh, all right, well, let's see. This is not a good sign. Quiz tomorrow, by the way. All right, one thing I would do, and there's so many different ways you can attack this, but this -2. I don't like messing with it. I'm gonna move that whole thing down below. Okay, so I got 12 x squared y to the -4. You can throw this in parentheses, it doesn't matter a whole lot as long as you don't make any careless mistakes. I'm gonna put it in parentheses for now. And then I get 4x to the -5th y cubed to the 2nd power. Okay. If you didn't start it that way, it doesn't mean you did it incorrect. Okay. Take this to the power. Okay, I'm gonna take this to the power. 12x squared y to the -4th over, let's see. And that's gonna be 16. -5 times 2 is -10. Y to the 6th. Just pause here for a second, make sure that makes sense. Where we're at. You had a 4 on the bottom, that looks pretty good. Okay, you had a 4 in the denominator. Just to give myself a little more room. I would just combine those two. Like, I'm not gonna move everything and make positive x, I'm just gonna combine those two. 12x squared y to the -4th over 3 times 16 is 48. You're multiplying there, those are constants. X to the 6th times x to the -10th is x to the -4th. You add exponents, and then y to the +3rd. Uh, 12 over 48. 1 over 4. I don't need to write the 1 yet. All right, x squared x to the -4. 2 minus -4. X to the 6. -4 minus 3 is -7. That has to go down below. Nathan, were you right?
Yeah, I just forgot that 4 squared was 16 and not 8.
All right, let me rephrase that. Nathan, were you right?
No.
Okay. Did we get anybody right up here? Nobody. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I just thought a negative
How
at
do
some
you
point.
get x to the 6 on the top again?
Are you okay right here?
Yeah.
So that's what I got.
Okay.
2 minus -4.
I thought it was 2 plus -1, I got confused. But
Okay,
I'm-
yeah, always subtract no matter what the signs are, you're what
Okay.
subtracting. Okay, subtract. Okay, let's hope somebody had it down on your own down there. Okay, might have to review a little bit on exponents. Homework that I handed back. This is the homework that I handed back.
I just got rid of the y to the -4.
I made it a
Okay,
positive
so it's
one.
like, it went on the first step where I moved the negative down. I went and it was like 12x squared, y to the -4. My next step was just 12x squared.
Oh, God.
I made the
10 different answers at least. Difference of cubes, sum of cubes, you'll definitely see tomorrow, you need to know those formulas, okay, they won't be given to you. Everything else, is one, like either factor out the GCF or is it a trinomial. 118, those a little bit of a special case, I wanna make sure I talk about that. Well, we did a pretty decent job in here on the notes. You saw one like that. 102, 2x plus 5x minus 6. You'll just see a couple basic ones. I just need to make sure you know how to factor. 114, pull out the x. Now, when you pull out the x, you end up with this. Now, I've always said, like, take a look at your first and your last and see if they're perfect squares. Well, you got a 25 and you got a 9, but that 9 is negative. In order for it to work with it, you have the exact same two things. This has to be a positive because these both need to be pluses or they both need to be minuses. So that kind of gives you a little bit of an idea that that may not work. You still test it. Okay, I would test it. But in the end, it becomes 5x plus 9 times 5x minus 1. Okay, and make sure you factor completely. Factor completely. All right, 118. That's that difficult one. You've got 4 terms. You look for GCF, no GCF. If you group, you kind of think, hey, there's a little bit I can do here, but it really doesn't boil down to a factored form because you cannot get it as a product if you group the first two and the last two as it is. You have to rearrange and group x squared plus 6x plus 9, which factors into x plus 3 times x plus 3, which was x plus 3 quantity squared. And so really you got an a squared minus b squared. And this where a is x plus 3 and B is 6A. And so that's x plus 3 minus 6A. And you can have those in parentheses, no big deal, because I know that I did that. And then lastly, 124 with that other variable, making sure you understand that it's okay to have a variable in the beginning and the end, GCF of 3x to the 4. Okay?
Can you kind of walk through, number 82? Because I messed up, but I'm not really sure how it got there.
82. Right here?
Yeah.
Yep, no problem. So for 82, 8x to the third minus 125. All right, a cubed minus b cubed. The formula is a minus b. So same sign for the first one, and then it's a squared plus ab plus b squared. All right, what's your a and what's your b? What cube gives you 2x to the third? A few of you just put down the 8x. You remember it is, you got to think entire quantity. So 2x to the third will give me 8x cubed. And then what's going to give me 125? 5. And so my a minus b is 2x minus 5. You are squaring that 2x. You can think of it as like this. You need to write it, but I want the simplified form. 2x squared will end up giving me 4x squared, right? And then 2x times 5 is plus 5x. And then 5 squared is,
It's 10.
oh, 2 times 5 is 10. 10x plus 10.
Yeah, I forgot to square the 2 for a squared.
Okay, make sure you do that. That's probably the most common mistake I'll see. Okay, make sure you square that.
Thank you.
All right, anything else? Now, I didn't grade the other ones, doesn't mean they're all right. Okay, so just be careful on those. But anything else from those? All right, homework last night. All right, here's where, like I said, I want you to check the odds because I don't want to just go over homework problems just for the heck of it. I like, I'll do it, and it's something that there's times where like we don't have a lot of time to do that, and so we need to, make sure we save it for when it's necessary. But if you do have questions and it's consistent, I want to make sure we get them answered. Number 6, what do you got for number 6? Madison, listen. False, it should be false. All right, so everything else, so I think number 5 is also false. All right, any other questions on any of those? Good. All right, I'll check those I haven't had. Hopefully they're all uploaded. Make sure we get in that habit. And I'm telling you, it's kind of killing me right now because first period I'm in room 231, second period I'm in here with algebra 1, third period I'm in the hot spot, and then fourth. So it's hard to get everything done that I want to get done at the beginning of class. Like I'm rushing around. So I don't have them marked off in the grade book, but I will when I can. We're good though. All right, good. All right, just a real quick thing, CCP people. Sometimes you hit this class and it's like, I think this is a little bit harder than I anticipated. And some people make the decision to drop it. And I'm not saying anybody's at this point. I really have no idea at this point. So tomorrow I'll get a better sense. But there is a key date. It is, I think it's September 13th here. Because you cannot get to the end of the semester and say, oh, I think I'm just going to drop out and not take the CCP because I got a bad grade. That won't work. You must withdraw prior to the 15th calendar day to avoid financial penalty from your school district, which would be us. You receive a W on your transcript, but that doesn't really affect anything. But if you are in a situation where you feel that this might be an option, we want to do this before September 13th. After that, you're running into a little more issues. Okay, a few more issues. Other than that, this mostly refers to me. We're going to finalize the CCP rosters here in a minute or in a couple of days. If you think you should be on it and you're not, or you think you are on it and shouldn't be, make sure you talk to me or Ms. Stupel. Okay, we're just going to review a little bit. And go ahead and get out your laptops because I got this on Canvas as opposed to you handing out a worksheet for both of these. 21st century learner right here. Got it on Canvas. There's 12 problems. I'm giving you 8 minutes to get as many as you can get done. All right? If you get done with all of them, great. If you get done with half of them, great. But we need to see some repetition. Sometimes that's all you gotta do is get some repetition. Go to, if you go to modules, factoring and exponent review. I should put these up here. No, I wouldn't even get it. I wouldn't even get it. Try that. Don't ask me what I did. All right, let's see here. What's it under? All right, I don't. So you're gonna have to go to, oh, no, that's the virtual class. I don't want that one. That's the online class. But did everybody find it? Already find it? Go to factoring and exponent review. And then there's a PDF. And do the factoring review one. And it should pop up. If you can't see it, just zoom in on it. Zoom in on it. But let's go with 8 minutes. And see how far you get. Let's see. All right, I know you may or may not be done, but let's just take a quick look here so we can go over what we need to go over. The first one, -38. Okay, so when you are done. Earlier in the class, I didn't get a chance to look at too many here, but 8 to the -5th, make sure that -6, don't move that down below. Some people in the first class did that. That -5 does not apply to that, and that negative in front does not. So you would just multiply 5 times -6 is -30. And then a to the 6 times a to the -5th adds up to 1. All right, second one here. 4 over c squared should be your final answer. Okay, for that. Now that 2 to the -1, make sure you move that down below. It really just becomes 1/2. 2 to the -1 is 1/2 for that one. All right, number 3, -x cubed y squared. Okay, -x cubed y squared. All right, let's go for a little redemption here. Number 4. What do you got for me, Lane Evans?
I've got 8, well, right now I've got 8 over 16 e to the 6th, f to the 3rd over 16 e to the 4th over f to the 4th. That's not like done.
Oh, you threw me off there. 8 e to the 6th.
F to the 3rd,
Okay.
and then over 16 e to the 4th, f to the 4th.
All right, so if I go from here, 8 over 16 is 1/2. This would be e squared on top, and then it would be f in the denominator, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see what we got there. E squared over 2. Oh, I got f to the 7th. Now, all right, here's right here. This is where that came in. That is a -1, and I know that's trying to. So that's 3 times -1 should be -3, which is why that's going to give me -3 minus 4. That's where you get f to the 7th. Okay, this is just not written real well. Okay, for that one. but that would be the case. All right, Grace Milhon, how about number 5? You got it?
I didn't get that.
I know, I was a little bit quick. Did anybody get number 5? Here, what do you got there?
I got a squared over 25b to the 6.
A squared over 25b to the 6, right there. All right, well, let's see.
Oh.
Well, not 2 out of 3 isn't bad. 125. 125 because 5, that's gonna end up when it moves down below, you gotta square that.
Oh.
So it'll be 25. Hey, let me hop back up here. Number 3, a lot of people get positive on that. Do you understand why it's negative? Okay. Understand why that is negative? Because right here, you got this negative on the inside. Squared, and when you square negative, that does become a positive, but when you move this one down below, you're cubing a -1. So you'll get a positive number on top, a negative number on the bottom, so in the end, it needs to be negative. Okay, so just be careful on that one. All right, 6. Okay, I know, maybe, Jacob, did you get 6?
I did.
What did you get?
Was it just A, B?
A times B?
Yes.
Well, for your sake, let's hope. It is. All right. So we got 1 right, moving in the right direction. All right, now here are the answers to the other ones. I would take maybe a second. Oh, I wanted to look at that last one. Crap. Sorry. Look at the last one. Don't look at the answer. All right, let's do that one again. Number 11. Now let me do something here. If you have a to the 6 over a squared, what do we do to the exponents? Cole Rhodes, what's our rule for just a to the 6 over a squared?
It would be a to the 4th. You subtract the bottom 1.
You subtract. 6 minus 2 is 4. All right, now you have something that you haven't seen to this point. You need to be able to handle this and solve it. You have everything you need. You have to follow the rule. What do you do to the exponents? Subtract them. Okay, so don't get thrown off because there's no constant there. Still work here. Now this is -12 over 4, which is just -3. Okay, it's -3. Subtract the exponents. Well, what is my first exponent? What is the exponent on top? It is an a plus 1, right? What is the exponent on the bottom? It is a 2 minus a. Well, one thing you got to make sure you do if you're going to do this right is, since they're expressions, you got to make sure or treat them as if they're in parentheses. So you have that numerator, which is a plus 1 minus 2 minus a. And so when you just go through the math there, you distribute the -2, you get plus a. It looks like I get 2a minus 1. Okay? Sometimes there's a confusion. Should it be on top or should it be on bottom? Should it be -3 over x to the 2a minus 1, or should it be -3x to a minus 1? Well, just like this, a6 over a squared. If you do 6 minus 2, it's always, always, always in the numerator. So if I do numerator minus denominator, it has to be in the numerator. So if you take a look at this answer I have, it's -3x to the 2a minus 1. Okay, for that. And that would be your final answer. All right. Just be careful there. This is what you need to rely on your knowledge. You know how to do this. Oh, I haven't seen this before. You got to be able to figure it out. This will be online as well. Here's some other answers. If you want to, get a couple extra problems to work through, it'll be on here. No homework tonight. I apologize for that. So maybe I'll fix that tomorrow. Okay. But there will be a quiz. Bring your laptop. Bring earbuds if you have them. Headphones. Did anybody find any headphones in here? Or a watch? Okay. All right, no problem. We will see you tomorrow. Yeah, let me hit pause. Stop.